Alright, so to make sure nobody gets mad at me, all I have to do is not misgender her. Them Oh man, I'm definitely getting canceled after this one. Well, now that that's over, hello everyone and welcome back to the How-To series where I teach you how to play all of the agents in this godforsaken game. And today, I'll be showing you how to play the agent for duelists who like to pretend to play an agent that'll actually help their team, but don't actually know how to use smokes properly and wind up throwing your games. But don't worry, because today I'm going to correct all of your mistakes, because if you're a duelist player who wanted to play Clove because, quote, they're a duelist who's also a controller, then I can guarantee your teammates are on the verge of punching a hole through the wall when they see your smokes go down. So, if you watch this entire video and also hit that subscribe button, then I can guarantee that 50% of the time that you play Clove, this is exactly how your gameplay is going to look. Just acing every single round that you play. So anyway, starting off with Clove's signature ability, there's smokes. Similar to Omen and Astra smokes, there's a clear space in the middle, so it's very easy to play like a rat with a shotgun. And what you lose in self-worth and morality by playing like this, you'll make up for with unrated kills. That, now that I say it out loud, it really doesn't seem like a balanced trade-off, does it? Anyway, moving on. Another way to carry on Clove is to play smokes that your teammates can play around. It's even better if you're playing with someone else, so that they know how to play around the smokes.
Thanks for smoking that!
Honestly, they really don't seem that appreciative of the hard work I put into to set up a winning play, of course. Now, let's go over Clove's C, or heal. When you get a kill or assist within a certain amount of time, Clove will get up to 100 shield back instantly, which will eventually decay, but allows you to play much more aggressively than normal, especially for a controller, which is great for duelists who have no clue what they're doing. Speaking of no clue what they're doing, what the fuck? Time to explain decay. Basically, as long as you don't hit yourself with it, it's a guaranteed kill for you. Or you can just ignore me and hit yourself with it just to show you don't need the HP to get the kills. Combining Clove's decay with Riot's spaghetti code of a game that lets you move at Mach 4 while still hitting shots allows for some kills that would be considered a crime in 32 different countries. And since we all know that moving while shooting is heavily illegal during active combat, as stated in the NATO alliance. So, for all my 18 to 25-year-old men, this is going to be really important when we're on the front lines after the draft gets reinstated. It's really going to suck, since it's going to be more like CSGO and we can't use abilities, but just imagine I'm in the trenches in the Battle of Shanghai in 2028 and I pull out a Brimstone ult. The match MVPs I'm going to get from this war are going to be crazy. I might even rank up after. Alright, let's move on to other war strategies, such as pushing through smokes. It's a great way to catch enemies off guard and to create your own angles to fight from and just jiggle through. Giving your teammates advice is also a great part of improving not only their skill, but your odds of winning. Oh, by the way, it also says gullible in the ceiling.
Come on, little homies. Let's get it.
What do I do? Oh, you asshole. You're such a... You're so mean. You're so mean.
And now I think it's time to go over their ultimate, which allows them to revive themselves after they die, where they then have to get a kill or damaging assist within a certain amount of time or else to die again. So, this is a perfect situation. We're in a 2v1 now after our teammate eventually goes down. So now we can revive ourselves, and all we have to do is our teammate will bait for us so we get a good combo and timing. And as long as the Sage plays with me, we should be fine. Their ult lets you play like an average random player. The difference is when a random player dies, you are now left listening to words that are incomprehensible, yet you can still manage to make out at least 4 different slurs throughout their screaming. But now, when you die in Clove ult, you can revive yourself and then proceed to be forced to run at them like a chicken with your head cut off. Now, as long as I don't get ability spam coming out of my ult, I really don't see a problem, and I think we should be okay. Now, I can pretend that my abilities actually help me win the round, but because I literally only used one smoke that had nothing to do with anything that happened during the round, it was obviously due to my abilities that I managed to eventually win this round. Decay is super good for swinging corners, so for this guy, hopefully Rana won't dismiss away from us. Another part of Clove's heal that makes it great is it actually gives you a movement speed boost, and that's definitely why I pressed C, and not because I didn't expect an enemy to show up.
No! No!
And here's an example of how to use one ways exactly like intended. He was definitely in the one way, right? Alright, here's a real example of how to use one. And in a display of perfect aim, perfect utility usage, and enemies that are probably playing in Iron games when they queue into ranked, you wipe out the first 4 enemies before lining up the decay that might as well get me on the Sentinels roster. It's really just too easy. Now that they're lined up all perfect. Oh wait, what's this? Yes, exactly. Oh, hey Phoenix. English or Spanish?
Baby, you got something to you know.
The Phoenix is lucky.
Sniffing that K, did you feel the hole?
Okay, so now that I'm done getting copyrighted by every single artist imaginable, it's time I thank you all for your support. And recently, we have gotten so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I want to do something to say thank you. So, if anyone's interested in playing 10-man customs with me and turning those games into a video, make sure to join my Discord, which is linked below, as well as subscribing to this channel so we can hit 1,000 subs as soon as possible. Also, make sure to follow my Twitch, where I'll be streaming competitive games on Tuesday nights and Sunday nights. And on Thursdays, I'll be streaming my unrated games that will be featured in these videos. So I hope to see you there, and thank you again for all the support. So I think it's time to get back to the video. Now let's talk about Pissed Around. This is one of Clove's strongest rounds due to their overheal. Since enemies won't have shield on pistols, getting an overheal can overcome a lot of weaknesses, like missing every bullet in your clip. But you can take much more aggressive fights due to overheal, and if you manage to take enemies out, you now hold the power to stand tall and announce to the game that I am here! So now, once everyone's aware of our presence, we can take the bomb and go back to the site where we eventually want to plant. But before that, we just gotta take this gecko out. It's too easy and we didn't miss any bullets, so it's not like we're down 15 HP or anything. But now that we plant the bomb, we can use our smokes to fly inside and simply wait for the enemy to walk into our crosshair.
Go crazy.
Well, that was anticlimactic, but another strategy is simply just run it down with no regard for enemy utility positioning. This is a secret strategy that is only known amongst those who understand the skill level of the enemies that they are operating at. And for those of you who don't know, it's very low. And so after taking out this fourth guy to get it down to the last remaining player, we trap them inside of our smoke. And so now that we know exactly where they are, we just turn our aimbot rail on real quick, and it's too easy. Just free ace. Now I wide swing them with no fear.
Clove's gonna go give them a vandal.
Well, what a bundle of joy this guy is.
Ready for
Just
them to use
trash talking in an unrated game in round 2. Well, that's it. Kind of interesting, but I guess we'll play aggressive, why not? Yeah, well maybe if your teammate didn't deport me over the wall, then I would have lived! That's right, you piece of shit! I know that you were cute with the eagle on our team! Fuck you! Alright, that's okay now. So I really enjoy getting to stare directly at the sun as soon as 1 pixel of a sky blind appears on my screen. It's honestly just incredible. If I told you that I forgot that I was the one playing Clove, and I honestly thought that ult was my team's Clove, would you believe me? I've never met someone whose game sense is as good and poor at the same time as mine. But since we're playing a character who can get bailed out, we use it. So all we gotta do is run back into main, and now we can just wait for the tap, and we can use our decay in order to lower the enemy's health. We can peek with no regard when we get ours. All we had to do was die twice and run around. Your ult's only real main counter is ISO shield, so as long as you don't pop it against an ISO, then you should be fine. Clove's retake potential is actually pretty high. Combining their smokes along with decay with my incredible aim makes for just some easy retakes. But after throwing out some warning shots on this Reyna, we see a Vandal, and before we pick it up, we make sure to smoke Reyna off. And what the actual fuck? Your utility really isn't important. But so you can just ignore everything I've said in this entire video and make sure you don't listen to it, because all you really need to do is play 1,000 hours of aim labs and you'll hit Radiant for sure. I'm just kidding. Make sure to use your abilities and decay yourself with it. It'll all work out, I'm sure. Just simply being better than the enemy is really all it takes. That, and the enemy is literally on an eco round, but I don't really think that's relevant, honestly. And if I don't think it's relevant, then it's not, because I'm always right and everyone else is always wrong. But I think a problem all Clove players have is pressing ult as soon as they die, no matter what situation you're in. Now, the difference between you and me is that I'm so much better that I can use my ult in any situation and turn it into a good one. So make sure that whenever you have the opportunity to press X, because you'll definitely live and won't be killed by the enemy. Speaking of aces, Clove's ace potential is extremely high due to decay and overheal. But the 3 things you never ask is a woman her age, a man his salary, and a Valorant player, why the clip ends at 4 kills. Using your teammate's util to combo is also a great idea. A stage slow comes with a Clove decay. It's easy kills, motherfuck. Well, we have ult, so as long as Breach doesn't chase us, we should be fine. Oh my foot! So we're over 9 minutes into the video, so I think it's about time I tell you why Clove is actually good. It's the fact that you can place down smokes once you die. So make sure to always place down great smokes to support your team. And this guy obviously just doesn't see my vision. I hope our teammate does. Oh, it seems like he does. Oh, never mind. I think he needs to go watch a specific guide on how to play Sova.
Wait, watch this, ready? Oh, no!
Well, at least we have a do-over. So, as long as we get a kill, we get our second chance at this round, and just a free kill on Viper. Decaying as enemies push is great for just stopping them in their tracks since they're already be at 1 HP. Would it really be a Toast When Easy video if I didn't have one clip where I just go absolutely ballistic with the Sheriff? And I think a great way to cap this video off is with a perfect example of Clove's ult. So all we gotta do is avoid the Deadlock ult, and now that it's done, we just gotta chase them down. Once we find Deadlock, we just win the gunfight and we're back in it. Wait a minute. This motherfucker...